Manga-Waido.
My name is Takuya Kawano. I'm 20 years old. My father is a company owner, and my brother is an entrepreneur. I was a company employee, but 4 years ago, I left the workforce because I admired my father and brother. I started a web design company.
Welcome back. Did today's deal go well?
I'm home. Yeah, we got the deal.
Good for you. I knew you'd do well, so I made you a bunch of your favorite foods to celebrate.
Really? Smells good. I'm so lucky to have such a great wife. My wife Megumi supported me in this way. I was able to pull in clients from my time as an employee, and the business was doing well in the beginning. I was also successful in networking with other entrepreneurs at seminars. But now, 4 years later, the business was slowly going downhill.
Honey, don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Thanks, but I have to keep trying, because if I don't, we'll keep losing money.
What if you get sick?
If we start turning a profit, I'll take some rest.
I'll work too, so don't push yourself too hard.
My wife went from working 3 days a week to working full-time at her part-time job to support me. But running the business wasn't easy. I lost a lot of customers because software and apps started coming out that allowed people to build websites for cheap. I tried to do sales more aggressively, but the recession hit, and we continued to lose money. Damn it! At this rate, I'll end up earning less than Megumi! When I laid off part-timers to cut costs, my workload increased, and I had no time to do anything else.
I'll get more work. I'll even get a side job, so you take it easy.
Every time my wife said something kind to me, I felt depressed and thought, what a terrible husband I was. I felt sorry because I've been so busy with work that we were talking a lot less lately. Hey, Megumi, tonight I was wondering. I thought I should communicate with my wife once in a while. But Megumi,
I'm tired from working part-time.
she went to bed first and didn't even give me a chance. It was always like this these days. It's true that balancing a full-time job and housework can be tough, but being turned down every time didn't make me feel good about it either. Damn it! I was honestly angry at my wife who slept with her back to me. But my wife was working to support the family. Knowing that, I couldn't say anything. One day, when I was depressed and feeling down in all directions, I was working at a cafe for a change, and on the way home, I saw my wife on the street. It's Megumi. What is she doing here? What? Next to her is a man! Who is that guy? That's a hotel? My wife was walking towards a hotel with a suspicious man wearing sunglasses and a hat. Is she cheating? With trembling hands, I pull out my phone and take a picture. Speaking of which, Megumi comes home late from her part-time job these days. I thought it was just overtime work, but if it's because she's cheating on me, what a betrayal! Absolutely unforgivable. After that day, I tried to find out what was going on. Hey, aren't you finishing your part-time work late these days? Are you busy?
No, not really. It's the same as usual.
Really? I thought you were working overtime.
Are you mad at me because the housework is sloppy?
No, it's not that. Those words reminded me. Come to think of it, lately we've been eating more dishes from the supermarket, and she hasn't been cleaning the house as much as she used to. Is it because you're too busy cheating on me? I swallowed the words that almost came out. There's not enough evidence yet. If I'm to accuse her, I need to gather conclusive evidence.
I've been having some problems with the people at work, and I talk to them after work.
Oh, I see.
Relationships in my job are a little tricky. I've been quiet because I didn't want you to worry. I'm sorry.
No. I'm making you work part-time because I'm not making enough money, so I don't have the right to tell you what to do. I ended the conversation with a self-deprecating laugh. Who is Megumi cheating on me with? And how long has she been cheating? Thinking about these things made me feel empty. Even at the entrepreneur seminar I was attending for business.
Kawano-san, what's wrong? You look scary.
Rin-san, Hasagawa-san, with whom I often exchange information, is peering at me with concern.
You weren't even concentrating on the seminar, were you?
I was a little preoccupied with my wife.
Your wife? You don't mean... Did she cheat on you?
What? How did you...
Oh my god, was I right? It was supposed to be a joke.
I'm not sure yet, but my wife went to a hotel with a shady guy.
Whoa, That smells like trouble. Oh, do you want me to show you how to get proof of an affair?
I had a lot going on with the guy she used to date. She told me about cheating investigations, including the cost of a small GPS and detectives. Thank you for your help.
If I can be of any help, please talk to me anytime.
After that, I did some research about what she told me about. But I can't hire a detective because I don't have any money. I have my own job, so I can't be on her 24/7 either. Fortunately, I knew my wife's schedule, so I was able to get evidence by following her after she finished her part-time shift. And looks like she meets with the man every 2 weeks. And just once, I was even able to record her on the phone at home.
My husband is home right now. I told you not to call.
It's from him! Talking at home, too. She's completely undermining me! Thanks to Rin-san, I was able to get a lot of evidence.
I'm glad I could help.
Please, continue to support me. I have no one else to turn to but Rin-san.
I would be glad to help anytime. Let's have tea again.
Yes!
Are you planning on leaving your wife?
Depends on how my wife reacts. I'll slap divorce papers on her without mercy if she undermines me. If my wife cries and apologizes, I would consider not divorcing her. I can't forgive her for cheating on me, but I still had love for her. And it's also true she supported me all this time. If she got down on her knees and apologized and said she was sorry, I would be willing to start all over. That's what I thought. But in the face of my wife's actual attitude, I ended up thinking, it's over. Hey, Megumi, how about tonight? After getting a mountain of evidence of the affair and standing in an advantageous position, I invited her for the first time in a while. I could divorce her at any time. My ego was getting bigger knowing my wife's fate was in my hands. But my wife?
I'm tired today.
And turned her back on me once again. Turning me down when you're having an affair. I slammed the green piece of paper I had prepared. I'm divorcing you then! I can't do this with you anymore!
Honey?
Divorce papers! Sign it!
What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Her face was pale as I showed her the divorce papers. You're cheating on me, aren't you? I'm gonna charge you alimony.
What? What are you talking about?
Stop playing dumb. This is proof. I spread out photos of her going into the hotel with the man. I'll be in my office, so you can look at them and come talk to me when you're ready.
Wait!
She came after me in a panic. Of course she would. Even though she works part-time, the money she makes is minuscule. She wouldn't want me to dump her. And if I were to demand alimony, she wouldn't be able to make ends meet. You're gonna hang on to me? After cheating on me? What do you take me for? I exploded with anger for what I had been holding back. I blurted out everything I wanted to say. Well, if you got an excuse, let's hear it. But she said something I didn't expect.
What do you mean I'm cheating?
You were seeing a guy, right? These pictures prove it.
This is the man I'm having an affair with? Take a good look. This is your brother.
What? Having been told that, I enlarged the photos I took on my phone. No way. My brother? It was my brother, Takeshi, who was 3 years older than me.
Your brother's business isn't doing well, so he asked me to help him out.
But why would he ask you?
My father owns a lot of real estate, remember? Your brother asked my father to lend him some money.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
Your brother didn't want to embarrass himself in front of you. He told me repeatedly not to tell you.
No way.
I refused his ask for help, but he started calling me persistently. I met him in person to try and turn him down.
When you said, I'm talking with them after work.
I said that to cover up the fact that I was meeting with your brother. I was already exhausted from working part-time, but I had to deal with your stepbrother too.
That's why she was turning down my advances every night. The reason dinner was full of prepared foods from the supermarket was also because my brother took up so much of her time. It was all my brother's fault!
I didn't talk to you about it because you seemed so busy and your brother wouldn't let me talk, but I guess you noticed.
My wife told me that they would always meet in the hotel cafe, in a secluded spot, in fear of the neighbors' eyes.
We only talked for about 20 minutes each time, and you're calling me unfaithful. You're so quick to jump into conclusions.
I had no words for my wife who looked fed up. If you weren't cheating on me, why did you just heckle me and say, wait? My wife gave me a small smile and said,
Oh, that. To tell you to pay me alimony for your affair if we were going to get a divorce.
What?
You're having an affair with a woman you're close to at the seminar, aren't you?
How do you? As my wife said, Rin-san and I got closer as I went to her for advice on my wife's affair. And We even had relations several times. But it was only a few times, and my wife would never find out.
Coming home smelling like soap and having long hair on your socks. Anyone would notice. Oh, and this.
What?
A dodgy hotel lighter. You're so sloppy to come home with this in your pocket.
Apparently, Megumi was following me and had pictures of me meeting with Rin-san. She even planted a small voice recorder in my bag, which not only recorded our conversations, but other noises.
I'm sick and tired of your brother pestering me, and it's refreshing to think that a divorce will cut you and your family off.
Wait! Forgive me!
I'm gonna charge you alimony, so be prepared. If you don't have the money, ask your father for whoever.
Don't tell my father! He's scary when he gets angry! Megumi, please! Please forgive me! She ignored my protest and reported to my father in the end. When my father found out how disgraceful my brother and I had been, he became furious and disowned us. My father paid the alimony to Megumi on my behalf. I had to repay a huge amount of money to my father. I ended up folding my company because I couldn't make decent money with my tilted business. My brother also cursed at me, saying, "I got disowned because of you!" I managed to get a new job, but most of the money I made went to pay off the debt. I also have to pay back the debts from my business. How many years will it take me to get out of debt? Maybe not while I'm alive. I managed to survive in a very cheap apartment with no bathroom or toilet, but it's hard. Megumi, forgive me. Please, start over with me again. I need your support.
No, why don't you get help from your partner?
She cut me off because you asked for alimony. Come on, let's start over. After that, no matter how many times I called, all I got was the announcement saying, "The number you have dialed is..." I lost everything. How did it come to this? Was it my fault that I suspected my wife was cheating on me? Should I have never started my own business? Someone tell me! But of course, a reply could not be heard.